Okay, we'll take a quick look at the in-class worksheet here. So, number one, identify the derivatives of the 6 trig functions. Well, we did that in class, and I just copied them here for you. Derivative of sine of x is equal to cosine of x, and here's all the other ones. So, number 2 we'll skip because we did that one in class. Let's take a look at number 3. F of x is equal to square root of x times tangent of x. Well, we can use the product rule. U prime times v plus v prime times u. Well, u is equal to square root of x. V is equal to tangent of x. U prime is equal to 1 over 2 times the square root of x. Remember, u is equal to x to the 1/2. Pull the 1/2 in front, times x to the negative 1/2, and we could rewrite that as 1 over 2 to the square root of x. V prime, well, what's the derivative of tangent? Let's go up here and look. Secant squared of x. So I'm just going to simply use the product rule, multiply tangent times 1 over 2 square root of x, plus secant squared times my u, which is square root of x. Number 4, x cubed times cosecant of x. Well, my u, again, we're going to use the product rule, is x cubed. V is cosecant. Looking at cosecant up here, that's my derivative of cosecant. So my u prime is 3x squared. My v prime is negative cosecant x tangent x. And multiply those together, and this is what I got. Okay, move on to number 5 here. Sine of x times tangent of x. Again, use the product rule, where u is sine of x, v is tangent of x. From my list above, u prime, so my derivative of the sine is cosine. My derivative of v, v, which is tangent of x, derivative of v prime is equal to secant squared. So multiplying those together, I get u prime times v, so cosine x times tangent of x, plus u, which is sine of x, times v prime, which is secant squared of x. Well, cosine times tangent, I could prove is equal to sine of x. Remember, tangent is sine over cosine, so the cosines would cancel out. And secant squared would be 1 over cosine squared. So sine over cosine would be tangent, and I'm left with 1 over cosine, which is secant. So this, going back to our trig identities days back in first semester, we could prove that this is equal to this. Number 6, I've got x squared plus 1 over secant x. I'm going to use the quotient rule here, where u is the numerator, x squared plus 1. V is the denominator, secant x. Well, u prime is just 2x. V prime is from above, secant x tangent x. And I could write out my quotient rule, and look what I could do. Well, I've got u prime times v minus u times v prime, all divided by v squared. And I can divide out one of the secants. I've got a secant here, I've got a secant here, and I've got a secant squared in the denominator. Well, dividing out one of the secants leaves me with 2x minus x squared plus 1 times tangent divided by secant of x. So I didn't want to take too much of your time, but you can come back and review these. And that is all we're going to do for today. So have a great day.